Hi and welcome to our presentation on the inner city affordable housing deficit. We've split the presentation into three main sections. 2017 has seen a significant increase in visibly homeless people within Melbourne CBD, which has given rise to considerable moral panic. While this may provide the most visible indicator of Melbourne's deficit of affordable housing for low-income earners, of equal concern is the staggering figure of 33,940 applicants waiting for social housing on the Victorian Housing Register as of December 2016. This is compounded by the fact that on any given weekend, the amount of properties available to households on income support stands at 456, and for households on the minimum wage as 921. There are a number of factors which impact upon Melbourne's current inner-city affordable housing deficit. Since 1985, real house prices in Australia have tripled, and the median house price to median income ratio has almost doubled. This has led to Australian cities being amongst the most unaffordable in the world. Additionally, there are a disproportionate number of low-income earners being forced into the private rental market. This has been caused in part due to the levels of money low-income households are able to borrow in order to finance a home purchase, falling considerably short of the cost of a median dwelling. Further to this, social housing in Australia has failed to grow in line with population increases. The total stock of social rental dwellings has remained stable for the last 25 years. However, the overall market share of social housing has fallen from 6% to 4%. The situation surrounding the inner-city affordable housing deficit has worsened as a result of a number of state government policy decisions. Firstly, the government's inability to contain urban sprawl under the misguided notion that increased and largely unregulated housing supply could enable affordability has proven untrue. Secondly, Victoria's ongoing lack of even a basic affordable housing strategy. Thirdly, zoning provisions introduced by the Liberal government between 2010 and 2014, which saw large parts of the inner city, particularly southeastern suburbs, being blocked off from new high-density housing despite being the best serviced by social infrastructure and amenities. As a consequence of these factors, the list of local government areas with the least access to affordable housing is predictably dominated by central Melbourne and its surrounding locales. The inner-city affordable housing deficit is possibly best exemplified through the ongoing redevelopment of the Fisherman's Bend precinct. Upon full development, this area is expected to home up to 80,000 new residents. The redevelopment has been split into 5 distinct precincts. 3 of those fall within the city of Port Phillip, while 2 of them in the city of Melbourne. In November 2016, Planning Minister Richard Wynne made the following statement: "If buildings taller than 12 levels are proposed, the developers will be encouraged to make 6% of the total unit stock available for social housing." And while there have been approximately 6,666 dwellings approved for development across the precincts of Montague, Wirraway and Sandridge, the provision for social housing currently stands at 0%.